Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They flaunt that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhat between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. This an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, oh well. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. But my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
Is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3159 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustles, and yo-hos? It's your boy Papa Swole back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you bees.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Welcome to the show. A reminder that tomorrow is our Swole New Year party. We got some awesome new releases for you, and that will be streamed here tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time. Swole Your Release Party 2025, Monday, December 30th. That's tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time. We have an open Q&A today. We're going to be joined by Instagram for some live questions, so you can drop them in the comments down below, and we'll stay as long as there are decent questions. We'll stay for a bit and answer as much as we can. Reminder that we still have the buy one, get one 50% off last week to cop some awesome merch over at papaswolio.com. And of course, amazing Fuck Your Resolution specials. To join the fam, download the world famous Swolenormous app. You can go over to swolenormousx.com and download the app. You can also just go to the App Store or Google Play and download the app and start one of our programs, get into the yoga, get into the Swolga. And of course, you're going to have access to all the new releases that drop tomorrow if you are a member. So join today and welcome everyone to the show. How we doing? Let's see. Cerny, PK, Adam, Green Dragon, Jeremy, Annie, Ryan. Welcome to the show. Let's get into the first questions. You could drop them in the comments down below. How's everyone doing today? Happy Sunday. I'm going to load up Instagram here. Got some coffee and we'll take some questions. We'll jump right on into it. Jeremy's feeling great. All right, so drop your questions or topics in the comments down below. You don't need any kind of prompt from me, whatever you guys want to discuss today. Let's see what else we have going on. Yeah, reminder that the buy one, get one 50% over at papaswolio.com. We have the brand new Swolenormous Cybertruck design. I have the hats back over here. Same thing with the GTTFG Cybertruck designs. What's up, Instagram? How we doing? We're taking a live Q&A. We're on the Daily Swole podcast, episode 3159. Spotify and Apple Podcast, Rumble, YouTube, check it out. But you can ask questions. If you have any, drop in the comments down below. Danny on Rumble, in the gym right now, sweating like I just jumped into a pool. Sweaty. Let's see what else I got over here. Dun, 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 dun. While your questions come on in. Class Beard, thank you. We got people eating raw liver. I actually took raw liver out 2 days ago. And it's thawed in my fridge. I forgot about it. I need to eat it today. You think it's still good? I hope so. I'm going to eat it. We're going to find out. If you don't hear from me for a few days, I died because I ate raw liver. But I've never had any problems. It's me, Edwin. Any new coffee mugs with different cool sayings? Yeah, every single design that we have, like this is one of the best designs we've ever made. The Donald Pump Lift. We every design is on a flag. Every design is on a mug. So any design you want, if you see me wearing a shirt and you like the shirt, we have it in a mug. We have it in a flag. We have everything we have is available on every item. Let me just get this. Green Dragon Hearts on Rumble. I totally fell off the wagon the past 6 months, had a bad accident at work, and then led to a spiral of bad choices, but back to the gym tomorrow, back to my meal plans. Good for you. Coffee is in the cup. I have a bunch of mugs. I don't have every single mug we've ever made. I'd have 500 mugs, but we got a wall of mugs. I can grab my vegan tears. I have the vegan tears one over here. This is from a couple days ago, but here's a vegan tears mug. Do I watch UFC or boxing? No, I don't. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it. I'm not against UFC. Boxing, But I don't watch sports. Maybe if there's, I don't know, playoff hockey or certain things are actually interesting. Just regularly, I'm not sitting around for hours watching other people play games. 2 days in the fridge, might have been 3 or 4. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to eat it though. If I'm sketched out about the liver, I'll just give it to the dogs, but I'm sure it's fine. We keep our fridge cold. Lift. Let's get America on the Mancast. Fuck yeah! All right, any questions? You got questions? Drop them in the comments. Or any topics. Understand you don't have to have a question. You can just have a topic you want to discuss. You could drop that in the comments as people are joining on the live. Let people get their feet wet. You can swim, CK. What are your thoughts, Papa Swolio, on changing from powerlifting to full-on cardio-style training with strength and conditioning? Pros, cons. Full-on cardio-style training? You're doing cardio or you're not? I don't understand what you mean by cardio-style training. If you're doing strength and conditioning, you're not doing cardio-style training. You mean you're doing cardio or you're doing strength training for hypertrophy? Understand that whatever adaptation you're going towards, you're going to be compromising one or the other. So I would not personally choose a cardio style lifting. If you're going to do cardio, do cardio. If you want to lift weights, focus on building muscle. Otherwise, you're not maximizing either. Frank, thoughts on Ozempic? It's gutter trash. Don't take that poison. There's so much coming out with Ozempic. There's going to be so many cancers and there's so many issues with stomach paralysis. They're linking blindness to Ozempic. It's just a muscle wasting product. I would not recommend anyone go on that. Look, if you're going for Ozempic, you're just not willing to change your habits. But no matter what anyone says, oh, it's generally a good thing for people. No, it's not. No, it's not. No one's building muscle on Ozempic, and that's what we need. We have a lack of muscle epidemic in this country. Sure, people are obese, but it's really insulin sensitivity. No one's lifting weights, eating poison. But Ozempic is not the answer. It's not the answer. Could I set lower price to ship to Europe? I'm not sure what exactly you're referring to. With merch, it usually prints from Europe. So whatever the prices are, we have it set at the lowest that we can do from wherever you're ordering from. It might depend on what country. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. I don't know if do we have Mugs International? You can check. Bry Petro. 5 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 10? Well, it depends on what your frequency is. You don't need 5 sets of 5 either. 3 sets of 10 can be too much volume also. So it really comes down to the frequency of your training and the overall volume. So it's really not about 5 reps or 10 reps. 10 reps is more fatigue than 5, but it really comes down to how many reps in reserve and how frequently you're training those body parts. So in a given session, I'm not doing 5 sets for a body part. In a session, I'll do probably max 2 sets for a body part. So if I'm doing upper body, I'll do max 2 sets for back, or 2 sets for, a lot of times I'll do 1 set in a given workout, or I'll do 2 sets for chest, 1 for shoulders, maybe 1 for biceps or 1 for triceps, depending, because I'll train twice a week. So it really depends on how many days and how your recoverability is and the fatiguing nature of the exercise. You'll have certain exercises that will cause more damage than others. Mrs. Perez, how long does it typically take to get into a routine? 5 seconds if you commit to it. Change doesn't take time, it takes commitment. That's one of my favorite quotes. Change doesn't take time, it takes commitment. And this is why when people say that it takes 21 days to set a habit, that's not true. You can set a habit in 1 moment. Because if you do it for 21 days and then you quit on day 25, did it really take 21 days to set a habit? No, you have the habit until you break it. So it just takes commitment. Greetings from Argentina. Ruby, thanks for watching. Welcome, welcome. Ozempic is not as good as, going to the fucking gym is better than popping pills. Annie says, just over here untangling my balls. Yeesh.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
Protein shaker balls. Well, you have to specify. It's 2025. Ladies have balls now. Didn't you hear? Well, we'll put ladies in quotes. Men that think they're women. Ortiz, Papa Swole on YouTube. Any advice for neck and upper trap tightness causing headaches? Sure. Yoga, mobility, dead hangs are fantastic. There sounds like there's other things going on there. You could work on your cervical retraction, pushing your tongue up into the roof of your mouth, doing cervical retraction. Chances are, if you have tightness with your levator scapula, your splenius capitis, and your upper trapezius region, it's usually because of an imbalance with your lower trap. So try some scapular depressions, either on a pull-down machine or on a pull-up bar or on a dip bar, scapular depressions instead of elevation. Floor cobras are great, but anything that's going to maybe produce a little bit more balance when it comes to your scapular retraction and scapular depression is what I would recommend. Yoga for sure. Mark on Rumble, Papa Swole, do you think with RFK coming in, how long do you think it'll be till Americans start taking their health seriously? I like to be optimistic. I'm skeptical. How long do I think it will take? Years, years and years and years and years. The mainstream media or the propaganda machine is still strong. It's still strong. So just because Trump and, the Republicans won the popular vote, there's still many, many, many people that are still suckling down the propaganda Kool-Aid when it comes to meat being bad and anything you can put inside your body and inject inside your body is amazing and take all the pharmaceuticals. So they're going to keep on using blasphemous propaganda against anything that RFK does just because he's an other. So very, very, very doubtful that you're going to have wide sweeping. It depends. I mean, if you're able to, let's say, snap your fingers, you get rid of high fructose corn syrup, you get rid of seed oils, get rid of all that stuff. Yeah. I think maybe you might have some people losing some inflammation and things like that. But do you have any idea how pervasive plastics are in everything? And endocrine disruptors? It's not like you can just come in and make these changes. It's not like these products that have tons of phthalates and parabens and all these toxic chemicals that's in every food. It's in fish. It's in everything, even quality foods. It's just everywhere in the world, these microplastics. So you can't just switch over manufacturing right away. You have to be very careful how much you interfere with capitalism before it just becomes like authoritarian. But there are certain things that should not be allowed in food supply. It should not be consumed by humans. That's for sure. But you're going to find it's going to be really hard. Fat, lazy people are going to be fat, lazy people, and they're going to point fingers and play the victim rather than change their habits. So I don't know. I want to be optimistic, but shout it from the rooftops, make the changes, do what you can. We'll see what happens. How long? Oof. We'll see. It's got to become popular culture. It's got to become popular culture again to lift weights, and it's got to get back to like the Rambo era, 80s and 90s, when it was people were looking up to people, superheroes that were jacked and muscular and not all this woke trash. No one cares about a marginalized superhero that's obese, People want to be inspired. So I hope so. But again, this is what I'm always saying. You don't need to wait for the government to ban these foods. Just stop eating them. But they're in everything. No, they're not. You just don't want to cook your own food. It's very easy to avoid seed oils. Not if you go out to Subway, not if you go to fast food. It's much harder to avoid them because you're outsourcing your responsibility to eat food. You're just letting other people control your stuff. Go to the supermarket. Very easy to avoid seed oils. Very easy. Let's see. Laura Fortuny. I'm not going to pronounce her last name. Borishwitz? It's a cool name. Forgot to ask Papa Soya, is it a good decision to pass from CrossFit to running and climbing with its special workout aiming to feel agile and gain stronger back? Can you reword that? A good decision to pass from CrossFit to running and climbing. What are you trying? You're doing CrossFit and you're going to go run and climb instead? Need you to reword that for me, please. R. Salinas 85. How do you keep the discipline up every single day? Well, it's like chicken or the egg. You do it. You do the thing because it's time to do the thing. So no motivation in 2025. Didn't exist in 2024. You don't have to wait to feel like doing it. If you want something bad enough, you're going to do it. And I think most people just think that they want something, or they're saying that they want something. I want to build muscle. I want to do this. I want to be less fat. Do you really want to? You won't have problems sticking to it if you really wanted to do it. You know, if you really want to do it, you could do it. But a lot of people just honestly, they're saying it. They feel better. They feel like they accomplished something just by saying that they're going to do it. They don't have to take action. They can just pretend like they want to do it. If you want to do it, you do it. IDB. Hi, Papa. I used to lift for many years, but recently I became a dad. Congratulations. And unfortunately, I genuinely do not get time. I see my physique fading, but I am sleep deprived. Would you recommend something? Prioritizing it. It's just the way it is. You have 24 hours. We all have 24 hours. How you use them. Getting up earlier, sleep deprived, going to sleep earlier, having a set schedule, making it militant, red lights at night, focusing on better sleep, better food that doesn't encourage hyperactivity, making sure you're feeding your kids real food, your child real food. They need to eat what humans eat, not ultra processed stuff. Your physique will fade if you don't do the physical activity. So there's really no easy way to say it, but you have to do the things. You need to organize it. And if you are a dad, I'm assuming there is a female in the picture. There should be. If there is, you need to coordinate that because you're a priority. And remember, your kid's going to grow up watching what you do. So you need to lead by example. Your child needs to see you taking care of your health because you need to teach them that that's what they should do. And your wife, girlfriend, whomever it is, should be doing the same thing. So you watch the kid. They train, you train. Doesn't have to be long, too. People misinterpret how long or how much or how long it takes. You need to prioritize it. But of course, what kind of results are you looking for? You don't need a ton of volume. You don't need a ton of time in a gym. If you're efficient and you can execute, this is why it's great to have a home gym or to get some weights at home. Get a yoga mat, get some power blocks or something, adjustable dumbbells, get a cheap squat rack, go on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of people dump stuff. Spring cleaning's coming, people. Go on Facebook Marketplace. You'll see people getting rid of gym equipment, stuff that they had in their garage. Maybe they're getting something new. Maybe they got something new and they got a new squat rack for Christmas. Guess what? The other one's going to be thrown up on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace on the cheap, and do it at home. Then you don't have to worry about leaving your child. You can put them in the little crib or something right there, make some gains, and then gotta do your stuff. Columbia in the house. Okay, reminder, those of you that are watching on Instagram, this is a podcast. Daily Swole podcast is every day. So head on over to Rumble, the Daily Swole on Rumble, Swolenormous YouTube channel for now, but Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the Daily Swole. You can also download the Swolenormous app. Check it out if you want to start your free trial. Check out all of our programs, yoga, meditation, everything you need in one place, the Swolenormous app. The link is in my bio. So all those links I just talked about, merch, everything, buy one, get one 50% off. All the specials, all the membership information app is in my bio on Instagram. So you can go there and check it out. Join us. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it. A lot of you out there have kids or multiple kids. Pedro has like 15 kids or 16, Pedro. Did I miss one? And he's lifting and getting it done. He has a home gym. He has stuff in his, garage. And look, everyone's different. Some of you have an apartment. You don't have a lot of space, but we all know you don't need a lot of space. You just need the right equipment and you need the right discipline. You just need to do the things and have it available for you. Look, there's nothing wrong with going to a gym. I always tell people to go to the fucking gym. I go to the fucking gym. I just built my own gym at my house. I don't have to worry about the rush in January. New Year's rush. It's just going to be me going out there training, which is great. So I love that. I love having my own private space. Everyone's different. Nothing wrong with going to the gym. This guy doesn't even work out. I never see him in a gym. Trust me, I've spent many an hour in an actual gym. Now I have my own, so I can do what I want when I want. I can film my own workouts whenever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can leave weights on the machines. It's actually a rule in my gym. I leave weights on the machines. It makes it easier. Anyway, go lift heavy shit and eat some steak. All right, more questions. Drop them in the comments. If I miss yours, ask again because I have to scroll through. I pause on one and then I have to scroll back. MJ Rel, Papa Swolio, what do you recommend for lazy people to get motivated and start training? It's just your habits. You're not going to get motivated. You have to force momentum. So I don't know, look in the mirror or look down and realize that you can't see your dick and you should probably stop being a fat, lazy ass. That's probably what I'd recommend. And go to the fucking gym. And look, I understand a lot of people don't know. They're not experts in fitness. They don't know where to start. Okay, fine. But the internet exists. There's so much information out there. But then it's, oh, there's so much information, so it's just an excuse. I don't know where to start. Go on the internet. But there's so much information. Yo, pick something and do it. But this is why I created Swolenormous X. This is why we have the Swolenormous app. And that's why you have a 7-day trial. You can go and check it out and start a yoga class, do a Swollen 7, check out the master classes, do the elimination diet, learn about how to jumpstart your nutrition and customize your training and your nutrition and your meditation. That's why I created the app, so you could have everything you need in one spot. So you don't have to go on Google and look endlessly, but you have to do something. There's so many things you can do. Can you build muscle and improve your health and lose fat by just doing kettlebells? Sure. Bands? Sure. Clubs? Sure. What's your real goal? From going from 0 to something, you're going to build some muscle. You can do pull-ups and push-ups and bodyweight squats. You'll build some muscle. You're not going to look like you lift heavy weights if you just do pull-ups and push-ups and bodyweight squats, because eventually your body is going to adapt to it. You need to progressively overload, which is why weights are effective, because you can put a pound on each side and incrementally improve. Pedro with the Kid Farm says, discipline matters. Time management is crucial. Planning nutrition, training, and recovery is important, not just as a human, but as parents. You're very welcome. Thanks for all your recommendations. As a physical therapist, you have been valuable. You have valuable info on your Instagram. Best wishes from Barcelona. Thank you so much. Have I ever competed in strongman? No, I have not. How old am I? I am 41. All right, I'm scrolling down. More questions, drop in the comments. We're live on Rumble, YouTube. Let's see. Invincible dedication. I like it. Progressive overload. Talk about how important writing everything down is, or notating it for successful progressive overload. Very important. Actually, tomorrow with our release party, fam, tomorrow, the Swole Year release party, I'll just bring it up on the screen. If you didn't know, it's tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. Major releases for everyone, for the Swolenormous app and such. Let's see. Did I scroll? Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Swole Year. I just want to bring that up on the screen if you're watching on Rumble and YouTube. So tomorrow we have a masterclass on breaking down how I personally track. So we have a journal feature that you can track whatever you want inside the app. I personally like to physically notate my progress. But what people don't understand about progressive overload is that an ounce is progressive overload. So you don't always have to. This is why I like plate loaded machines. And I always tell people one of the best, I don't want to call it the best hack, but one of a great strategy or a tool to have in your gym bag, especially if you go to a gym that has, well, you could bring a gym pin and load on weights, but if you have gyms with plate loaded equipment and you use them, get a set of 1 pound plates. They're cheap on Amazon. You can get half-pound plates, but micro weight. So they go on an Olympic. It could be a quarter pound, half pound, 1 pound. 1 pound's fine for most people, because sometimes gyms, and sometimes it's hard to find a 2.5. A lot of gyms don't have 2.5 pound plates, or there's one and you can't find another one. Or they have 5 pounds. Some gyms don't have a lot of 2.5 pounds, or they don't have any. So you have to only go up 5 on each side. And if you're doing a certain exercise like squats, or you're doing any kind of chest pressing, 5 on each side, that's a huge increase. Even 2.5 on each side might take a rep or two away. So if you're playing around at 5 reps, for example, I'll do a lot of sets at 5 reps. So if I do 5 reps, great. The next time I do the exercise, if I do 2.5 on each side, I might only get 3. If I want to get 5, if I put 1 pound on each side, I might be able to get 5 reps again. So just by loading 1 pound, I can progressively overload rather than trying to get a complete another rep, because that's a 20% increase in rep strength. And you're not just going to necessarily see that in one workout, but I can do another 5 rep set the next time I do the exercise with 1 additional pound on each side. That's 2 pounds, but still 2 pounds more. It's progressive overload. You can call it micro loading. It's just progressive overload, just with smaller weights. So I think that's a really good strategy. And if you don't write it down, you're not gonna know what you did last time. Dorotas, I have dancing training 3 to 4 times a week. I dream of building my abs. How much more exercise would I recommend? Well, you're only going to see your abs if you want your abs bigger, you can train them, flexion and extension. It's not complicated. You have to be able to load that, but it comes down to your nutrition, having muscle all over your body that will metabolize more fat. For females, you're not going to be as lean as men, and it's not healthy for females to be extremely low body fat. You'll mess up your menstrual cycle and stuff. But if you're doing dancing training, it sounds like you need to be doing some resistance training also. Let's see, you mentioned plastic and fish. I'm aware of this as well, but unsure how much it is. Do you eat any seafood? Look, any amount is too much. I mean, I'm not saying that your fish is made out of plastic, but because of all the waste and just the pervasiveness of plastics and in everything, it's just found its way into all sorts of foods. Pretty much everything, almost anything you test, you'll find levels of plastic in it. So, but I really don't eat seafood, to be honest. Not often. Not often. We had some raw oysters on Christmas Eve and some shrimp and stuff. So once in a while, but we don't really make it at home. Really what we do is we do meat, eggs, raw dairy. Sometimes we'll do some sort of chicken, but we get it from, corn, soy free and stuff like that. It's really about the quality of the foods. But even if you get fresh, wild caught salmon and stuff, they're still finding plastics and things like that. So again, this is what I'm talking about. You have RFK. Okay, so you get rid of seed oils. Cool. We're going to see when you make these changes, the problem that I don't want to say the problem that I'm sensing, but one of the issues that you can have is, let's say you ban seed oils from food. Okay. Are you like the people that are skeptics, that I guess the blue team, Democrats, libtards, woke, whatever you want to call them, people that are going to be against anything that this administration does? People that are part of the cult that no matter what, anything that Trump or Elon Musk, anything that's associated with Trump does is bad. If there aren't going to be immediate improvements. So let's say you get rid of seed oils. Snap your fingers, no more seed oils. You still have plastics everywhere. And it's not going to be like just removed instantly. So you're going to have all these same people that are saying, well, look, we got rid of seed oils. I guess they weren't that bad. Look, you don't see any changes. Even though, yeah, they're terrible for you. They're industrial waste products. But because there's so much other with body washes and shampoos and conditioners and air fresheners and phthalates, people are coating themselves with this stuff all the time, inside and outside their body. You have volatile organic compounds, VOCs, and mattresses and blankets and polyester. And so people are just bathing in these endocrine disruptors. So you remove one thing, yeah, you might see some change. But then if you don't see tons of change, well, this was bullshit. Look, he's a conspiracy theorist. And you can hear the same crap. People want instant results when they realize they have to get rid of all these things. Love your shirt. Oh yeah. One of our best designs. America, baby. We're back. Back in a big way. Looking forward to it. I still think it should be removed. I still think we shouldn't have seed oils. It's not the only thing, though. Ortiz, do you have any thoughts on or experience with Iron Master adjustable dumbbells? Not personally, but I know of them. It seems like they're pretty good. I think the only setback that people have is just maybe the time it takes to adjust them or to remove for different exercise. But they look like you could drop them. They look really solid. They look like one of the few that are very close to mimicking legit dumbbells and the ability to like put them down hard. You know, yeah, I have power blocks. I don't use them much anymore. I haven't used them in a long time. But you can't drop those. They'll dent and they'll bend. So you got to be a little bit more dainty with them. If you're going really heavy, you got to put weights. Sometimes you got to drop the weights a little bit. Guy says Joe Rogan just posted something saying some seed oil is now okay. I didn't see that. Yeah, don't eat that stuff. Don't do it. I don't know what do you post on X or something? I can maybe pull it up. Let me go to his account. Oh. Yo, Rogan. Let's see. What do you have posted on his X? I don't see anything on his X account. All right, so maybe it's somewhere else. On Instagram? Ugh, I don't want to go to Instagram. Instagram.com/Joe Rogan. I don't want to log in. Don't make me log in. What do you post? Oh, was it a clip or something? All right. I don't see it, but I believe you. I don't know. Maybe you can summarize it. Maybe, Andy says maybe if the seed oil is fresh squeezed and hasn't had time to oxidize. Look, it's so much simple. You know what's crazy with our culture is that, oh, put in your mouth, eat it as much as possible. And then we have to find out in 30 years that it causes cancer and tons of autism and all these problems. Oh, we should remove it. How about being skeptical about adding a novel product to foods and test it relentlessly before we add it to everything that we put in our bodies? We don't need it. There's no possible way we need seed oils. Absolutely 100%. There's no way. There's no reason for seed oils. That's the fundamental concern. There's no reason to eat them. There's no reason to eat them, period. No nutritional value. You have to, nothing. So don't eat it. Don't eat it. And look, people don't care about their health when they're healthy. People eat shit. Well, you only live once, so I want to eat this. When they have major health issues or a heart attack or cancer, they're having all of a sudden, oh, I got to get healthy. I got to get off this. Too late. You already fucked yourself up. Too late. Nick Bowie says, you can argue that some arterial plaque is okay. Doesn't mean I want any. Well, that's the same thing that the fat activists say. Well, you can be fat and not have diabetes for now. You can be fat and still be alive currently. Doesn't mean that you're thriving. Look, if you get winded walking up a flight of stairs, you're not in a good spot. You're not in a good spot. And this is why I always say, where are the 70-year-old morbidly obese people? Where are the 60-year-old? You don't see them. You know why? Because they're dead or they can't leave their apartment without a crane. They just can't move. You don't see 60-year-olds because they don't have any muscle mass. If you're obese, build muscle. If you're skinny, build muscle. You need to build muscle. Let's stop talking about weight loss. Let's talk about fat loss. And again, so don't say weight loss. Who cares what the scale says? It only matters what the scale says relative to how much muscle you're building. Build muscle. Forget the weight loss. Forget the fat loss. Build muscle. If you build muscle and you're fat, you're going to lose fat. If you focus on lifting heavy weights and building muscle, you're going to lose fat. And eating quality food, you're going to lose fat. You don't want to lose weight. You want to lose fat. Giselle says, I love gringos. They are beautiful. Oh.
Hi, puppy.
Thank you very much. I am a gringo. I am one of those. On Instagram, you guys can't hear the soundboards that I have on YouTube. By the way, Daily Swole, this is a live podcast, Daily Swole podcast. You can follow Rumble, The Daily Swole, and also Swolenormous on YouTube or Spotify and Apple Podcast. The Daily Swole, this is episode 3159. All right, we'll be here for a couple more minutes. Drop your questions in the comments down below. Does Swolio mean something? Yeah, it means go to the fucking gym. Oh, these questions? Let's see this one. From H underscores, a terrible screen name, by the way. Is coffee good for bodybuilding? Well, I think so. Good quality coffee's great. I love coffee. Give advice to work on my leg. Probably should do some sort of squat pattern. Pendulum squat, leg press, hack squat, barbell squat. Practice some squats. Jeremy just found out that cigarettes are bad for you. Who knew? Yeah, but nicotine's good. Nicotine has a lot of benefits. But the cigarettes, the 20, again, you take something that for thousands of years, humans have been using nicotine or tobacco. And okay, you can have your arguments one way or the other, but then you add 20, or not 20, but like you add 200 and 250, you add fiberglass and all these toxic compounds. Yeah, you're going to make it bad. You're just inhaling all of these chemicals that you're adding to cigarettes to make them hyper addictive. Glyphosate, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Glyphosate and atrazine and all this stuff. Guy says, was reading about the grains and things. Incredible how much worse our grains are in the United States compared to overseas. It's also the wheat germ agglutinin. It's a lectin. And I don't believe that's present in grains and stuff overseas. Is why a lot of times, you don't have seed oils and stuff like that in Europe, in most places, as far as I'm aware. And that's why a lot of people eat the same things or think they're eating garbage food, but they're not having these toxic chemicals. And also people are usually more mobile. They're walking around more than they think they are. But yeah, inflammation will go away when you stop eating these things. Shocker. When you get rid of inflammatory foods, you lose inflammation. Oh, who knew? Let's see. Claudio Poblet. Papa Swole, what do you think about long fasting? I don't personally do it. I don't do long fasting. What do you consider long fasting, though? I did the intermittent fasting. I've done 24 hours. I didn't like it, so I stopped doing it. All right. Sar Schneider. Let's see. Aaron says, "Hey Papa, your yoga girls are kicking my ass on Swolenormous X. Just about to do a session. Yeah. Take it all." Hey, if you want an awesome yoga class, again, 7-day free trial. Download the Swolenormous app. We have 400. Do we have 500 now? You might have 500. We have like 450 yoga and mobility classes. Not to mention the full training programs and meditation and everything. So check it out. Go to your app store, Google Play, start your trial, download the Swolenormous app. Pete, am I going shooting? Not today, but actually got a couple firearms over here. Just in case someone busts into the Swole hole right now. Got Rufus over here sleeping. Look, attack dog. Everyone watching on the podcast. Rufus, sick him. Rufus, defend. Attack. Nope. Not interested. He's not concerned. Say Sar Schneider. You do enough cardio? Question mark. In the gym, the rhythm is relatively slow versus CrossFit. Yeah, thank God. Why not CrossFit then over gym? Not everything is about the looks. The feeling / how you feel is more important. That's not correct even slightly. The feeling is temporary. That endorphin high, you can get that by running long distances too. It's essentially like that euphoria. It's a meditation because you're just so exhausted. You can't think about anything else but your breathing. So it actually clears your mind, but it's a misconception. How you feel is not more important. That's actually probably the least important. You will feel better by building muscle. Most of what ails people is that they don't have muscle mass and they don't lift weights. The gym, the rhythm is relatively slow. I don't know what that means, but if you're training intensely, you need longer rest periods. And the whole point about building muscle is to create the stimulus, expose your body to the stimulus, and then minimize fatigue. So exhausting yourself and doing cardio is one style of training, but it's not more efficient for building muscle, period. And the injury risk is exceptionally high because you do a lot of high risk exercise with poor form. This is why physical therapists love CrossFit, because it keeps them in business. Fox Victor, where can I get one of your shirts? Link is in bio, papaswolio.com. Lift, lift, lift. We got lots of great shirts. Yeah. Buy one, get one, 50% off. Hi, Papa. Let's see. Arnando? Or whatever. Hi, Papa. Did you call my mom today? Because she just told me to go to the fucking gym. No, I told her before I left. Very nice lady. Very
emotional damage. Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
Very nice lady. Please say go to the fucking gym in Japanese. I need it. Jimu ni ike. I think that's it. Did I just blow your Japanese mind? Hey, I go gym now. Miyagi say. Too soon? Okay. Very good. It should be say go to the fucking gym in Japanese. Go to fucking gym. Daniel-san. That's how you say it. That's what they tell me. Okay. Daniel-san. Go to fucking gym. Papa Swolio for president. I'm in. Look, in terms of getting stuff done for nutrition, there's no one better than RFK for Health and Human Services. There's no one better. He knows what needs to be done. I'm so stoked that he has to get confirmed. We cannot accept anything else but him being in there. Very excited. All right, more questions. Is there a Karate Kid? No, but there should be. You do a Karate Kid shirt. BNZ, Papa, love your content. Thank you. We'll wrap up in a few minutes. Any last minute questions, drop in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Papa, love your content. Female, 45 years, working to get quad strength matching after ACL surgery this year. My left surgery knee has a 20% deficiency. Strength from the right quad. Any training tips? Yeah, so you're going to need to do unilateral work, because if you do bilateral movements, you're going to be biasing that right quad. So I would definitely focus on a couple things. The glutes on that left side, make sure you're doing glute work and glute activation, because when you have an injury, ankle or ACL, you're going to be limping. It really shuts down in your glute, and everything on that left side is not going to be firing properly. So very easy to have instability with your knee because of that lack of activation. So gluteus medius work, lateral tube walking. You might be doing all this stuff already with your physical therapist. If you have one, you should. But I would do unilateral things like leg extensions or whatever exercise you're doing, training the left leg first and then doing the right leg immediately after with no rest. So do like your 6 or 8 reps or whatever it is on that left leg, and then immediately with no rest, do the right and match those reps. So just bias and train that left leg. Whenever you do your training, whatever you're doing, focus on that left leg first in your workout and do unilateral movements. Why are you not in the gym? I'm talking to you, chodes and jabronis. I'm doing the Daily Swole podcast. Today's leg day, beaches. Lower body. Motherfucker. It's going to be great. Last chance for questions. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Last chance for questions on Instagram. We're going to wrap this up. Reminder for everyone watching live on the podcast, members, tomorrow, the 30th, 12 noon Eastern time, will be here. Major new releases, so be there for that. And of course, if you're a member, you'll get access to all of that. You can download the Swolenormous app, link in my bio if you're watching on Instagram. 7-day trial. Download the Swolenormous app, start one of our programs, start a yoga class. You could do it today. You could literally do a yoga class today and try it for an entire week and try all these new releases when they drop tomorrow. We got a lot of new stuff dropping. So tomorrow, 12 noon, right here, and release party 2025. Very excited. Very excited. Chris Bewick, what do you drink when you do have alcohol, if you do at all? I've had alcohol twice, like in the last 4 years. I don't know. In the last year, I had white wine, and then I had a beer like a couple weeks ago. Didn't really feel that great. Just one. I don't like alcohol, really. We don't have any in the house. Actually, I do have a lot of whiskey and stuff, but it's we got rid of it. Just lost interest in it. It's just it's poison. There's really nothing good about it. All right, Cisco, question. Let's see. Oh, scrolled. Appreciate it. Oh, lost the question. Let's see. Swole Sama, I think they are careful not to give too much so the current administration can't try and sabotage things even more. Oh, when it comes to the confirmations. BNZ, thanks, Papa. Great advice. Heading to the gym in an hour. Unilateral, favor the left side. Yeah, and this doesn't mean more volume. So you can probably also just train the left leg and do single and just do only that side. But if you're going to do both sides, train that first and then go to the right side, no rest. Because again, remember, building muscles about providing the proper stimulus. And you want to always bias the body parts you're trying to improve first in your workout. Vai alla fottuta palestra. All right, go to the fucking gym. I agree. Everyone here, what are we still doing here? If you haven't gone to the fucking gym, you should go right now. Thanks for being here. Instagram, make sure you check the links in the bio. Download the app. Subscribe to the podcast. This is actually a podcast. I'm talking to Rumble and YouTube and stuff right now. Brought you guys in for a little Q&A session. So make sure you subscribe. Spotify, Apple Podcast. We do questions every day during the normal show. We have a lot of fun. We watch ridiculous videos, completely uncensored, which is why we get kicked off YouTube all the time. But make sure you subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast, The Daily Swole, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Download the app. Check out merch, papaswolio.com. But if you're on Instagram, go to my profile, swolenormousx.com/links. That link there will take you. You see everything. You see merch. You'll see podcasts, 7 pillars. Download the app. All that right there. Okay? Thanks for being here, Beaches. Appreciate you. Share, discard video. Discard. All right, sweet. This time of year, this is the taint of the year. You guys remember? This is the taint of the year. This time of year is when God, no one's doing anything. No one's doing anything. People are coming out of their stupor. They've eaten and drank and, I need to lose this weight, but I'm not going to do anything because it's New Year's is coming up in a day. Like, it's just so gross. It's so gross how people treat themselves and how people treat this time of year and act like it's just a social excuse to just trash yourself. It's just really, I'm so over it. We always do fuck your resolutions, but it's really gross. And after doing this with the show and the podcast for going on, holy shit, 9 years, it's just, people don't. That's why when you say, oh, how quickly do you think people will change? I don't think they will. Maybe slowly, like a cruise ship, very slowly. But people that are already addicted to foods, and look, the problem is when you have people that are addicted to these foods, it's not just people that are addicted to the foods, they're addicted to the welfare state. They're addicted to free money. They're addicted to garbage, quick food and DoorDash and Uber Eats. They are addicted to being a victim. So, I mean, this is a generational thing. So honestly, I don't want to be negative though. I don't want to be negative and pessimistic and be like, we're not going to see any changes really, but I'm just tempering my expectations. But you don't want to temper your expectations and then not try and strive. So, until we see something, it's the same thing as always. We have to see it happen. So I don't want to be, oh, well, it's not going to happen. So don't even try. That's not what I'm saying. But I think these things take such, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. And you guys know, but most people are so fucking out of it that, like they don't want help. They don't want help. They want to take Ozempic. They want a quick fix. They want to point a finger and blame everyone else and pretend like seed oils aren't bad. Like it's literally an industrial waste product. Yeah, but there's no studies that say, are you a retard? I guess you are a retard. Stop being retarded. Don't be retarded in 2025. Where's the studies that show that seed oils are gone? Are you joking? It used to be used as engine lubricant. Should you be eating engine lubricant? They didn't use tallow for engine. I mean, they probably did. You can lubricate things with tallow. But Jesus Christ. Come on, man. You need a triple blind placebo study to use fucking logic and common sense. Maybe we shouldn't be eating it. Maybe we shouldn't put soybean oil and all these like ultra processed oils in baby formula. That might not be a good idea. I don't know. Babies are supposed to have human milk, but hey, how about these seed oils? Why don't we just use seed oils? That's probably fine. Why don't we just inject kids with aluminum in large quantities? That's probably not causing anything. It's safe and effective. Oops, sorry, YouTube. So much for this episode. Anyway, let's stop there. Fam, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Hope you enjoyed this Q&A. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for being here, Beaches. And tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is